Hi everyone, I'm Frank.
I'm Lisa.
We are the Be Encouraged Show with Frank and Lisa on Monday morning, and we're so glad to have you because if you're not motivated, you will be.
Yes.
In a few moments, because we have some amazing human beings in studio with us today to do just that. Tell them about our intro.
Yes. So, hi everyone. Again, Frank and Lisa here, based in Colorado Springs. We specialize in keynote speaking, emceeing, and facilitating sessions on diversity and leadership development for a global audience. We are passionate about helping professionals maximize their potential and foster resilience, adaptive organization cultures in small to mid-sized businesses worldwide. So yeah, welcome to our show. We are all about infusing encouragement and hope, where we provide a platform for entrepreneurs and community-focused individuals to expand their reach and create a positive impact in the Colorado Springs community.
We do that indeed, and with anything of substance, you have incredible humans behind it, right? Yes. Anything of substance. So we have today's episode brought by our incredible platinum sponsor, Joshua Geary and his company, Crescio, and they offer, yes, he deserves some applause. What a great audience, huh, Josh?
I know. Josh loves you already.
He offers pay what you can consultations to underprivileged entrepreneurs in Colorado Springs and beyond, and teaches people how to leverage ChatGPT for their business. Visit them at Crescio.com to learn more. Do you want more business or more leads for your business? Always. You ready to say, if you don't know, get out. There is something extremely wrong with you and your business, right? Not the crowd we were looking for. So, if you do, visit us at BeEncouraged.net to become a sponsor and get your business name out there to our growing audience. Our platinum sponsor has seen an aggressive 900% growth in their business in just 7 months of sponsoring the show. Like and follow us on Facebook and LinkedIn and join us on our journey to extend hope and encouragement and help people realize their potential through networking, collaboration, and community involvement. The show, as Lisa mentioned, has a potential reach every week of 45,000 people and growing. We want to get you in front of the humans that you need to see to grow your business.
Yes. Now's my favorite time, introducing the guests. Yes, I love introducing the guests.
I thought me walking in was your favorite.
Well, that's off air.
Oh.
But yes.
Yeah, I was pretty excited when I walked in, so.
You running down this morning. That was our favorite time. Right?
You're
pretty
excited.
She's like, I'm here.
You're welcome, world. Awesome. Well, to my right here is our panel host, Mr. Extraordinaire Tim Barstad. He is a registered architect and founder of Humble Home Architecture, serving homeowners all across the Colorado Front Range. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
And then Kim Mathews to my left. She's an independent insurance agent, serving clients in both her home state of Indiana and her favorite state of Colorado.
Right up. You got here as quick as you could.
Yeah. That's right. And then next to Kim is Mr. Matt Covington. He's an agency builder and financial sales professional at Five Rings Financial.
One of our favorite.
Yeah, we love them.
Pages.
Serving his hometown of Littleton, Colorado.
Right.
And then to my right, I have Nickolie.
Nickolie.
Wait a
Sorry,
minute, stop there
Nickolie.
for a minute, would you? What were your parents thinking?
They
Is that
did-
your real name?
Yeah, absolutely. She didn't like Nikki and she didn't like Nicole, so she made one up and just spelled it really weird.
I love it, Nickolie.
There's only 5 in the world,
Really?
Okay.
and the other 4 are men.
Wow.
Are they really?
Nikolai.
That's
is a
why I
Russian
said
name.
Nickolie.
Oh,
That's
That's
exactly
why I
what
said my mom just can't spell.
Yeah.
I was like, could you have given me an easier
Yeah.
So
name?
you're the only woman in the world with that name.
That she
So far, that I know of.
I believe it. Yeah, well, you're an adult, you're in control of the spelling and renaming yourself, just to let you know that.
But
I
why?
did it.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Now you got it.
It's good conversation started.
Okay, so Nickolie, she's a marketing manager for Arise Constructions and throws real estate investing events with the Top Group. Awesome.
The top
The Top Group.
the top group.
Mhm.
That's the name of the group.
company?
Yes.
The top group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're pretty proud.
Team-oriented people. That's where we got it from. We really want to be a team, build people up, educate people.
Team-oriented people.
Yes.
TOP.
The top group.
Good job, TOP. Yeah, you know me.
See, no, I steal that. Yeah, we have to steal that for our video.
You're welcome.
You feel
I'm
better?
here all day.
She's here all day. All right. Tim,
Yes.
since you're the panel host, we're gonna start with you.
All right.
Yeah, give us a little bit of history about who is this Tim Barstad?
Yeah. Who am I? I'm a father of 3 young kids. I'm a husband, a lucky husband for almost 12 years now. I'm an architect, and that's been part of my identity since I was 14. And I'm an expert at imperfection. I'm a flawed human being, and I'm okay with that, you know?
Well, you better be.
Yeah.
Everyone else joins you.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. So that's me in a nutshell. I was born in Indiana. Shout out to Indiana. Moved here when I was 3. So, you know, as far as my memory goes, I feel like a native. I've just lived in different parts of the state. In fact, grew up here in the Springs when I was a little kid and made a lot of great memories. Well, I was dragged up to Castle Rock and then up to Denver. And yes. Yeah. Just kind of really love this state, love being here. I love what I do as an architect, and
So architecture
yes,
is your identity.
It's part of my identity. It's not my entire identity.
Is it the most forward-looking part of your identity?
I think so, and I'll tell you why. Because architecture combines a lot of different things. Architecture is creative, it's artistic, it's technical, it's also very personal and relational. The projects I do are renovations, remodels, additions, and new homes. So I'm working in people's homes, which is, you know, kind of the most personal, intimate building that any of us occupy. And so it's a lot about getting to know people, who they are, how they live, what their values are, and then trying to serve that. And so what I like about architecture is it combines all these other things that I'm passionate about.
Oh my! So you found something that could wrap up all of who Tim in one big beautiful word.
That's right.
Did you know since you were a little kid, did you know that you were going to do this as a child, like without your dream?
Yes, I wasn't completely sure. You know, when I was 14, I read a book on architecture and it just opened my mind. And I thought, this is incredible, I want this. And then, you know, started pursuing it, took some drafting classes, started researching, and was intimidated at first, you know, just because there's so much to learn. But in the end, that's why I settled on it, because I realized that I was never going to be done learning. Every day was going to be a new challenge.
Yeah.
And just went to school for it and haven't looked back, although I did graduate in the middle of the recession. I graduated in 2010 when there were no architects. And I could have used your Be Encouraged show back then. It was rough.
Yes.
No, but
But it all works out.
yeah, that's part of the journey.
Yeah.
Part of that is what led you into humble home architecture.
That's right.
Right?
That's
That probably created some of that humility in that space, right?
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Awesome. Can I turn to you?
Yes.
You get it.
We talked about it.
Yeah, you get it, exactly.
Bam. That's how we roll. The incredible Kim Mathews
Yes.
is right here. Did someone tell you today how amazing you are?
Oh, you're the first one.
Am I the
but
first
you're
one?
the first
Well,
one.
you are
I
absolutely
appreciate that.
incredible. You are. You just lighting up this joint.
Oh,
Look at her.
yeah.
I
appreciate
yeah, a little red going on there. I love that.
Yes, plus you're turning
I'm so encouraged right now.
Well, good. You got to give us a little bit of background on the fabulous Kim Mathews.
Yeah. So I moved here almost 3 years ago. So I'm from Indiana originally. Started our agency in Indiana with my uncle. So it's a family business. I'm actually a third generation insurance agent. So
That's cool.
so that's always been kind
What's
of
the
fun.
name of it again?
Associated Insurance Services, AIS for short.
Okay.
Yeah, so we during COVID, our office closed down. We just found that we were more productive working from home, and so I was like, hey, I like Indiana, but I really want to go somewhere else, and I don't want to live a life of any regrets, and so it just felt like it was the right time to move out here. So I
Why
still
out here?
I
Of
have
all the
friends.
places.
I have
Yeah.
some friends that were out here from
Okay.
college, so I've been coming to visit Colorado for like the last 10 years.
Oh.
So I was very familiar with
Yes.
Colorado and all that it has to offer. And I thought Arizona maybe. I tried out Arizona. It was too freaking hot.
Yeah.
Way too hot. Way too hot.
Yeah, I can't do
Yeah,
it.
she contained herself from
Different.
saying freaking.
Different, yeah. I know. I'm hot, so I'm going to mind my manners today. But yeah, so I decided out of Colorado, and it's been awesome. I love the people here. I love the sunshine all the time. I mean, that was something from the Midwest, as you know. It's like it gets gray in November, and then you don't see the sun again until like March. So
Oh,
Yeah.
it's amazing being here.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
You must
So,
have
Yeah.
so I'm happy to be here, building up a new market out here, connecting with people.
So you're one of how many siblings?
Siblings, I'm the oldest of 2 girls.
Oh, there's just two of
Just
you?
2.
Yeah, your parents are still back there?
They both still live in Indiana. Yeah, there's
Right on.
So
one.
Associated here is an extension of Associated in
correct.
Indiana.
My uncle is still based in Indiana, and so he helps serve clients there as well. So
Okay. Well, welcome to Colorado. I mean, permanently.
yes.
Yeah, you dating yet?
Oh, of course.
She said it.
Of course. They don't call it Member for nothing.
I didn't know they called me that.
Me either.
You've been out of
We must not be dating.
You're the one Democrat.
We're the married ones, so.
The grass isn't always greener on the other side, believe me. Believe me.
That is true.
But it's been fun. I've met a lot of interesting people, and
Well, awesome. Look at you.
yeah.
Yeah. I like that kind of fun, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah, you still with us here?
Yes.
Okay. I gotta wake her up occasionally. You know? She's so amazing.
Hello, Nickolie.
Hi there.
Nickolie,
I know it's
you
weird,
look
y'all.
like, forgive me for saying this because some people don't like people that guess their ages.
Oh no, go for it. I love this game. Love this game.
Love this game.
How old do you think I am?
I thought you were like 19, 20.
Your girl is 30.
Are you
Oh,
really?
wow.
You're 30 years
Yes,
old?
I am.
Oh, my
Actually,
word.
30 and a half now. So,
Yeah, but who's counting?
exactly. But I do love this game because usually when people tell me, oh my gosh, you look so young, and sometimes it can be offensive depending on how they say it.
Yeah.
I respond with, well, my mom's hot. So when I am my mom's age, I am still gonna be hot. It's gonna be all right.
Yes, exactly.
I did actually go out for the first time in almost my whole life where I didn't get carded. For the first time, and it just was like 2 weeks ago. I went to my boyfriend and was like, I didn't get carded. I was like, oh, okay, I'm adult now.
Adulting is
Yes.
not all that you want.
Oh, I know. That's why I'm like, yes, please tell me I look young. I will take it.
That is so cool. Right. So tell us a little bit about you, young lady. You seem so effervescent.
Yes.
Oh, thank you for saying that. So I'm originally from Dallas, Texas. I moved here in 2019, right before COVID took off pretty hard. but I am a first generation college graduate on both sides of my family.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. My student debt does not congratulate me as much, but it's fantastic. I mean, it's realistic. But I was in the corporate world. I was in property management here whenever I first came out here. I realized that corporate is its own beast. I was lucky enough to find a partner, and now I do all the marketing for him. My dream is to have a marketing company. So I'm learning
Did you major in marketing?
Yeah, well, technically public relations.
Public relations.
But mass communication, yes.
Yeah.
So it goes into the same ball.
Tomato.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So what brought you here?
What brought me here was the better weather. I am from Texas, and I am not one who likes to be hot. Everyone's like, wow, you
So
have...
your mom likes being hot.
Yeah.
And she's totally okay with it. She loves it. On her husband's boat, like driving. She's doing just fine. But for me, it's just too hot.
Obviously not your dad if you're calling it her husband, right?
I'm lucky enough to have a bonus dad.
You got bonus
I
dad?
have a bonus dad, and he is amazing. So is my dad, but I am blessed enough to have two.
Awesome. Is your whole family in Texas or?
Yes, they are. They're a little bit more spread out now, like Dallas, Fort Worth. But it's kind of cool. So my partner that I met here, he's actually from Houston. So when we go back, we're able to see my family and his family. So it's like I adopted a whole other family. It's fantastic.
That's
You
awesome.
say your partner, that's your dude?
Yes, so this is my boyfriend. I say my partner.
Partners mean so much these
Yeah,
days,
I don't even
right?
know.
Right, so-
Because that's what Victor says. But the reason I say that is because now we are working together. So now we really are partners in business and partners in life. So he's the owner of Arise Constructions, and I wanted to help build our family. Like, we're getting there, hopefully soon. So just like
You remind me so much of my own business.
they're firing.
I can talk to you all day. Since my own babies don't talk to me, right? So.
I can talk, so I got you back. And like I said, my family's in Texas, so any family love, I'm like, invite me to the cookout. Like, invite me over, I wanna hang out. Because my family's in Texas.
Yeah.
And I mean, my mom's my best friend, so it's definitely hard being away from them.
Yeah. Hot mom, if you're listening, just want you to know, yay.
She probably is, she's so supportive, it's insane.
What's her name?
Her name is Tammy.
Hi, Tammy.
Hey, Mom.
Great daughter.
Yeah, props, Tammy.
Oh, she's gonna now I may blush for my mom.
All right, we'll come back to you. You will rise back to you. Right?
Thank you.
Matt Covington,
All right.
tell us about you.
So I am a Colorado native, born in Littleton, and there is where I reside. I actually am in the house that I grew up in. My wife and I bought it from my folks. My dad
Oh,
was
that's amazing.
That is so awesome.
So we haven't gone far at all.
I
Go to the
love
same
that.
church, have the same community. I know everybody at every store, everywhere you go. It drives my wife nuts.
Creature of habit.
Yes.
How many siblings do you?
4. 3 older sisters and a younger brother.
Do they all live with you?
No.
Oh, okay, just
No,
checking.
they're all with us.
Like they're all growing up in the house like adults.
We're the only
Like
ones
full
left
house.
here in Colorado.
Nickolie, this is our show. Just so you know what the rules are, right? You answer questions, you don't ask questions. I would throw that in for free. Back to you, Matt.
Yes, Matt.
This is a great group. This is an unbelievable group. So, born and raised in Littleton, went to school, studied accounting, and when I got out, we were in a really rough jobs market, and the oil and gas business was paying pretty well. So I went to chase money up in North Dakota.
Oh,
Yeah.
Up in Williston, North Dakota. Nobody wants to live there. I lived in Dickinson, Minot, a few other places.
why not?
But there was.
Why not?
Big money though, right?
Yeah, it was fantastic.
I had a bunch of friends do that.
Yeah, and so I did that for the better part of my 20s, and met my wife, tricked a really great girl into marrying me somehow.
Where'd you meet her?
Online. I was out of town, and she was in Denver, and she said, after we dated for a while, she said, if we're gonna settle down and do this thing, you're gonna move back to Denver. So I made the best decision of my life and quit my job and my career and came back to Denver permanently to figure it out. And that's when I got into the financial services insurance business.
So you said yes, dear.
Yeah, that's right.
And you've been saying it ever since.
Yeah,
How long have
absolutely.
you been married?
We've been married since 2020.
Okay.
First part of 2020. We beat COVID, so.
Yes.
4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's lovely too. You
Thank
guys
you.
are so awesome
You got
together.
to meet her?
I did get to meet her.
Yeah, we're at Landlocked Ale. So.
Yeah, you did too.
Glad to have been there. He's never there without me.
Good save.
I can't
You can't visualize
visualize.
it?
No.
Well,
Are you guys a team?
We are. So my wife was in retail for a decade. She managed Target stores and was very successful. And she echoes those sentiments of the corporate world and said, we need to build something of our own. And so I got up to speed, and then I brought a lot better team member to the group, and we've grown a lot since. So it's been wonderful.
yeah, well, you're wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good man. You know, if I were gay, I'd date you.
Not in like.
That would caught me off guard.
This guy, you gotta watch out for Frank.
Yeah, you do.
He's alive.
I just didn't know.
That's why I love hanging out with him though. You never know what's gonna
Frank's
come
great.
out.
You get this old, you can say whatever you want. You know, I'm talking about privilege of ageism. Oh my, tell us a little bit about your business.
So Rise Constructions and Remodels is a full home remodeling company. Right now we are taking on all new projects. So we really like home additions, people who want to stay in their current home that they love but needed to have a little bit more space. Or anyone who needs to do some home remodels, kitchen, bathroom, things like that. We're really trying to show people that they can build their equity by renovating their current home. And the way you do that is by doing these little revamps. You can do bathroom and kitchen remodels and raise your home equity by about 20K by spending about 5K.
Oh my.
So we're really trying to educate people and show them that their home is their asset. And it's not scary to put money into it if you know it's going to be rewarded at the end.
Yeah. Do you know of a company called Elite Roofing in Denver?
Yes, actually I do.
Yes, my son.
Oh, really? I think I don't know if we've actually worked together, but I do know that Victor, what's his name?
His name is Randy.
Randy, okay,
Yeah.
I have heard of the company name though, so yeah.
But he's like the owner, so
Yeah,
she probably
he's
would
the
know.
owner. I'm sure you met some people from there.
Yeah.
My youngest
Their
daughter
sales
is the
people.
CEO.
Yeah, that probably sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations,
Well,
that's
thank you.
exciting.
Yeah, this is 18th year.
Well, and roofing is definitely the way to go, like,
Yeah.
everyone always needs a new roof.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Yep. Yeah. Wow, that is so good. How long has the Rise been on the scene?
So Arise has been around for about 4 years now. It started in 2020. Just to brag about my partner a little bit because it is quite impressive. He went through a little bit of a rough time, had a big breakup with a longtime partner, took the one payment he got from COVID and has turned it into a company that we are now on the 4th year for it.
That's incredible.
And not only that, but he has shown me so much support, has allowed me to get out of that corporate jungle where I just was kind of being told, you know, you care too much, you don't quite fit in. And he was like, I would love for you to care too much.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, while you're caring, care for me a little bit.
Exactly. So I've always had a little bit of the entrepreneurial spirit, but to have this, like, the support behind it, I was like, let's go. I definitely jumped on that ship.
So when are
Yes,
you
you
gonna
did.
start your marketing front?
So I will say, right now, Arise is what pays our bills. So I want to help my partner get it to where he wants to be. I am doing all the marketing, so I am learning quite a bit, especially because I graduated school in 2017. Doesn't sound like a long time ago, but with
That's
technology
7 years ago.
and with
Yeah.
technology
Yeah.
changing so much, it's really nice. I'm really learning. I did a gig where I was part of an installation, so I do some things like that where I'm learning how to do all the things for myself. So we're aiming for like 5 to 7.
5 to 7 years.
Yes,
Yeah.
just to be honest, because we want to get Arise somewhere where we feel really comfortable and where we can maybe sell it one day.
That's the goal.
It's cool.
It's a great goal.
He's really helping me like see long term. Like I said, I'm the first generation graduate. So whenever they say reach for the stars, I do believe my stars were set pretty low.
Yeah.
So to find someone who has just shown me that, like, wow, I really can do anything,
Yes.
I'm like, let's set those stars pretty high.
He sounds like a wonderful guy.
He is fantastic. I would love for one day to y'all meet him. Come on here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to meet him. I'd love to have him on the show. Yeah, it sounds like a visionary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does.
So,
Definitely an inspiration.
Yeah.
At least mine for right now. No, I'm just kidding.
What's his name?
His name is Victor Lubiano.
Victor Lubiano. If you're listening, she's not planning on kicking you to the curb. You know she is.
Not at all.
Not right now.
Not at all. I
But
literally told
we
him.
just want to clarify, yeah, there is no curb
Rest
kicking
easy.
on this show.
Oh, I told him, I was like, you're gonna have to leave me. I was like, you're gonna have to leave me. I'm not going anywhere. I know what I'm not. You're gonna have to leave me. I'm here. Ride or die.
Can't get rid of me.
I'm
die,
here.
baby.
This is funny.
And we just celebrated our 3 years.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Yeah.
Very excited.
Yeah, ain't no itching going on there. Yeah, Tim, tell us
No.
about humble home architecture.
Yeah. So I started Humble Home Architecture in the fall of 22. And I started it because I had a desire to work on these kind of intimate, that's an architectural term, intimate projects where you're collaborating, it's very personal, you're really getting to know each other. I wanted to work on these projects where I could change someone's home, and that's my primary focus, is to do remodels, additions, basement finishes, things like that.
What's been the challenge for you as you've launched this in 2022?
Yeah.
We're in 2024. What's one of the primary challenges for you?
One of the hardest challenges is predicting scope of work on a project. Each project is so unique and each client is so unique that it's not like I have one cookie cutter process that works for all projects. I have a kind of a basic process that I take all my projects through, but then from that kind of foundation, different projects will require different things. Some spend more time in the early design phases, some are much more technically challenging later on. So trying to figure out how to, price myself fairly and consistently, how to, make myself whole after the end of a project, and also not charge more money than needs to be charged, because, I'm not here to swindle people, I'm here to help people. And so I have to think about, how to best serve them, how to keep my scope of work compact and efficient for their sake, but also not cut any corners and do everything that they need in terms of the design and drawings so that they can have a successful construction.
Okay. I like all of that.
Yeah.
Just remember, humble does not mean undervaluing yourself.
That's
Can I
right.
talk
Right.
about that? Can I
Please
say
do,
what
yes.
humble home means? So I chose the name Humble Home Architecture because I just knew immediately it fit. This is my vision. This is what I want to be. And then I realized, and we've talked about this, that might be kind of weird to some people. I might have to explain that. I take pride in my work. So what does it mean if my work is humble? Humility is not a personality trait that you have or don't have.
Right.
Am I a humble person? Well, not usually. Depends on the day. I certainly have my humble moments. Like when I've made a big mistake, you know, or so humility is a goal that you strive towards. Humility means being willing to learn, being willing to collaborate. Humility means not always having to have the right answers, but being willing to learn from the other people in the room. It's about trust too. You know, humility is about trusting my clients to know what they want. And then the trust that they return to me, they trust me to serve their needs. And so really it's a guiding principle. And it's not eating humble pie, thinking poorly of yourself. I think humility gets a bad rap.
It does.
Yeah,
Yeah, it means none of that.
that's right.
It really doesn't. It's an internal state. You know when you meet someone that's not humble.
Oh, yes,
Right?
you
You know, you just want to stick your finger down the back.
Yes.
That's what arrogance does, right? So,
Yes.
so it is a trait. Tell us about your space, young lady. What have you been experiencing, and what do you feel are some of the challenges of getting where you want to go?
Yeah, that's a good question. So we've been in business 14 years, which I always tell people is the longest relationship I've ever had. So I'm really very proud of that. But yeah, it's honestly just been a really challenging market. Matt and I were talking about this before we came in, and it's like the industry this year and last year are widely considered the worst years that insurance has ever seen. And so that's hard for a lot of different reasons, because we have carriers who don't want to write new business, or they're being very picky about what they'll write, so we don't have a lot of markets. And then on the renewal side, everyone's seeing huge increases. And so I think what my personal challenge is with the business right now is I love doing stuff like this. I love marketing. I love prospecting. But
You
because
just love hanging out with me.
I love hanging out with people like you, you know?
I like being me.
Yes, you.
These words of affirmation.
Yeah, you. But that's my sweet spot, is the marketing, the networking, all of that kind of stuff. And because of the way the market's been, and we have a small team, I've had to really pare back my time and really just focus on clients and things like that. So it's a challenge, but I'm also trying to see it as an opportunity to reconnect with clients and make sure that they have the right answers. And I'm very much I'll be honest with you, even if it means I'm not gonna make a sale, I just want to do right by the client.
Oh.
That's great.
And I can personally vouch for that. Kim has helped me figure out some insurance, and I really appreciate the education that you've given me, and just kind of the honest feedback of,
There
this
must
is
be
a good
something
plan.
about that end of the table.
I
You jumped in. I mean, like, what is it, Lisa? Right? Yeah. Okay.
The insurance people over here are like, $4.
They're like chilling, and you guys are like jumping in.
No, I appreciate it.
Remember,
Should I raise my hand?
you should just stop talking until we look your way.
All right.
Like you said, Nickolie feels really good.
We're in the dark.
She was good. So what are you saying? Oh yeah, you treat family, taking care of them.
And he was just affirming that.
Yes, you.
I just want to help people out. I believe in karma. I believe in business karma. It all comes back around. There's plenty of business to go around. I don't need to write every piece of business that comes through the door, but if I can help them and leave them better than I found them,
Yeah,
that's good.
That's cool.
and they'll remember that experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't you ever forget that. That experience. I love you, bro.
May I speak now?
So we do have to tell everyone, our listeners, that these are all tribe members in
Woo!
tribe networking. That's how we met everybody.
And we're tribe members as
Yes,
well.
we're all
Yeah.
tribe members
Yeah.
here. Yeah, so
Yeah.
welcome tribe.
Yeah, do we feel like a tribe today?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you only do.
Nickolie's not saying a word. Her lips are sealed.
I love it. I love our real daughters don't do that.
I don't even know what's happening. I think I was just laughing too hard internally because I didn't want to laugh too hard outside, so I just like held it in and this is what's happening.
Laughing, but
Because he felt the exact same way I did. I'm kind of laughing.
That heat some.
All right, Matthew Covington,
Yes.
Alright.
share with us.
So, in what I do, I wear two hats. I personally serve clients. I've been serving clients in the Denver metro area and now in a number of different states, mainly in the Midwest, but I have clients coast to coast right now. It's that's one of the hats that I wear, but a couple of years into it, or about a year and a half into the business.
That's where you are, 18 months right now?
Oh,
Into 5 rings?
no.
Five rings.
No,
Oh.
when I was about 18 months into the business,
Oh.
I decided to scale, and I was fortunate to work with our founder and CEO, Mike Wilk, and he said, Matt, my services are best offered building and growing the business. So he said, if you want to keep working with me, let's grow. And so that's when I decided to go full tilt, and now we're approaching 100 team members in 12 different states.
That's amazing,
So,
Sandra. Oh my goodness.
On your team?
on my team,
That's
Look at you with your bad self.
Wow.
It's been a lot of fun, and
What is the magic in your team? Like, what's happening?
great energy with the financial services industry and the insurance industry. Kim, you could probably attest to this. We call it pale, male, and stale. It is kind of an old boys club,
Yeah.
and so we have really, really focused and emphasized on a younger demographic. On both sides, the insurance side and the financial services side, and I think one of the challenges that we've seen over the last number of years and in my team is overcoming some of the bad press in the industry and some of the bad practices. There are a lot of kind of like barracudas and sharks, and so our philosophy is to meet people where they're at. In fact, what actually enticed me to this industry was my oil and gas and blue collar background. I've worked blue collar jobs my entire life, and you know a little bit about the industry. You can earn a lot of money, and a lot of those roughnecks and drillers and operators can spend a lot of money too. And so I saw over the course of my career individuals earning big and living paycheck to paycheck and kind of looking to the future, wondering, how do we survive and weather this come retirement? How do we even look to the future? And when Mike kind of shared his vision for what they do in their target demographic, which is middle America and upper middle America, that paired so well with just my personal experience, which is going to be different than everybody else's. And that's what we try to do. We try to focus on educating clients first. We believe clients are really, really intelligent when they're put in harm's way of good information. And so part of our challenge is communicating that clearly to our potential clients and prospects, but it's a lot of fun. It's a huge blessing to be able to do that.
Yes, indeed. I'm blessed. Thanks for telling me.
Well, your passion just flows
Yeah,
out.
it does flow.
Like,
You can tell
it's
it.
so neat.
It is. You know, I'm a coach, so I spend a lot of time telling people have a very difficult time finding what it is that they were put on earth to do. And out of 8 billion people on earth, there's no other one like you. So there's a specific reason for your design. There really is. And until you find that, you should be looking for that.
Yes.
You may have to do a lot of other things along the way before it unfolds for you. But you will know it because no one's energized to do things they weren't designed to do. That's not where energy comes from. When you're doing what you were designed to do, you're energized.
That's right. And you could hear that, Matt, when you were
Yeah,
talking.
you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes such a difference because a job used to be just over broke, you know?
Yes,
exactly.
It's old real quick. Yeah.
It's a bummer. You're so incredible. You know that?
Thanks.
How does it feel being that amazing?
It feels good that I can follow directions.
That was not the question.
Well, just a little bit, just to piggyback off what you're saying though, so like we were talking about my name. It is very unique. A lot of people do say it wrong, but it is part of what makes me so unique as well. So you were like, you can change it now, but I kind of don't want to, because especially whenever I meet other people who have unique names, I'm like, unique names, unique people.
Yeah.
And it's because if you I'm really finding the power of being myself. And so yeah, I think my name fits.
Yeah, it does.
It does.
Yeah, yes, it does fit. It's incredible. It used to be were names. People were named because that was an expectation of who they were.
Yes.
Their names meant
Yeah.
whom you were gonna become.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, not so much anymore because I'm guessing the jacked up names.
Yeah.
I say that out loud.
We all
We been making a long time ago, man. I mean,
I named my girls by definitions. Yeah,
You
this-
did.
That was a big deal for me.
yeah. And Lisa's kind of defined. I mean, I've never met a weak Lisa.
Right.
Never.
That's true.
That's so true.
Well,
Right?
Lisa means consecrated to God,
Mhm.
so you can't mess with that.
Should I slide down?
All the Lisas I've met too, same.
Yeah, I've met some powerful Lisas, and you being one of them. Absolutely. Lisa, why don't you lead these folk into what we asked them to do as we're kind of closing down our time together?
Yes, so Tim, we're gonna start with you.
Okay.
If you could look at that camera and share not only how to reach you, but also if you can just take a moment and encourage the world.
Oh, absolutely.
I the world.
The whole world.
Literally.
I would love
Yes.
to. So I'll say how to reach me first, because otherwise I'll forget. You can email me, tim@humblehomearchitecture.com. My website should be up and running in a few days, so humblehomearchitecture.com. If it's not up when you look, just check back in a week or so. It's been a long road, but I'm really proud of the site that's going to come out. So anyway, my encouragement. A year or so ago, my brother made some really good changes in his life. He changed some unhealthy habits. He started working out, getting more physically healthy. And I asked him, I was like, how are you doing this? Where's all this change coming from? And he said, something is better than nothing. And that's what I want you to remember, is that something is better than nothing. And what that means is that we all have a goal of what we want our life to look like, who we want to be, the kinds of experiences and happiness that we crave. And that goal can be very lofty, and it can be discouraging when you don't get there. But what I'm here to tell you is take it one step at a time. If you make small changes, that's better than no changes. If you make small, slow progress, that's better than no progress. And be patient with yourself and be compassionate to yourself, because you don't get there, Rome wasn't built in a day. You don't become who you want to be by sheer willpower. You do it by kind of slowly, gently growing. So even if your life isn't what you want it to be yet, just hang in there. It will be, and something is better than nothing.
Something is better than nothing.
Love that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What an
That's
incredible
good.
forward-facing comments that
Yes.
you gave us today. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, and Nickolie, we're gonna have you do the same. If you can share a little bit how to connect with you, and then also encourage the world.
Okay, perfect. So I am the marketing manager for a construction company. So if you'd like to follow me, it's Arise Constructions with an S. The best email is going to be info@ariseconstructions.com, and me directly is going to be Bonds, like James Bond, but with an S at the end, @ariseconstructions.com. My advice is to choose yourself. This doesn't mean blocking everyone out, putting walls up, not trusting people, because you do need support, you do need a team. But choosing yourself that you are worthy for what you want to do. Not downsizing yourself, even if you do have a hard day, or maybe you're not quite where you want to be. It's okay. Give yourself some grace and know that tomorrow is going to be better and you're going to put just as much effort in, if not more. Choose yourself and let yourself know that you deserve it, because we all deserve to be happy and to follow our dreams.
Yay.
Wow.
Love that. That is powerful.
That was.
Yes.
I'm like staring you down right now. You thought that was so good.
That was amazing.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. You thinking of
I'm
keynoting?
encouraged. Yes, say yes.
Keep your mind out for the top group. The
Top group.
Yes, so the top group, it will be bringing events and speaking.
Awesome.
Right on. Yeah.
Yeah, so the best way to reach me is just going to our website, aiscoverage.com. So A like associated, I like insurance, S like services, the word coverage.com. And you can find me there. I think the encouragement that I would like to give, I kind of alluded to it earlier, is, I always tell my team, every interaction we have with a client or a prospect is an opportunity to add value to them, to leave them better than you found it. And that's like an old Girl Scout, I think, philosophy, but I was a Girl Scout and I really love that saying. Actually, I have a shirt that says it. So leaving people better than you found them, and even the most, small interactions. You're going to the store, you're at the restaurant. How are you engaging with all these people that you see on a daily basis? And it's really cool when you think that you actually have an opportunity to make their life better or worse based on your engagement with them and when you want to make it better. So that's my encouragement: is leave people better than you found them, no matter who it is, who you're dealing with on a daily basis. Just
You've done that for us.
You have done that for us. Thank you.
you've done that for me. This is the most fun I've had without drinks.
Oh my goodness. That's the first time you said that.
I love it.
You should see us with drinks.
We're gonna do a happy hour.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, you can reach me at covingtonfinancialteam.com. That's C-O-V as in Victor, I-N-G-T-O-N, financialteam.com. Or you can search for Matthew A. Covington. I think I'm the only one that exists. I'm really easy to find. My word of encouragement is, it piggybacks off of all of the wonderful comments that we've heard today. It is not too late to do something good, or to be a positive influence in somebody's life, or to change something in your life that you don't like. My CEO often reminds us, if you want to change something in your life, you're probably going to have to change something in your life. And there is no time like today, like Tim said. There is no time like today to make small fractional changes. It doesn't have to come all at once. It's a marathon and not a sprint. And I know that there are so many people out there, because I talk to them not only on my team, but clients and individuals in my community that are looking for positivity and looking for good things and good people to associate with and affiliate with. And so you can be that blessing, even if you don't see yourself in that capacity. So.
Right on. Thank you.
Thank you.
Indeed. Well, thank you all for being with us
Yes.
today.
It goes quick, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, thank you.
Absolutely. Treats ours. You've been listening to the Be Encouraged Show with Frank.
And Lisa.
We so appreciate your involvement in community. We've just connected with a guy out of Atlanta, Georgia, doing a gratitude challenge around the world beginning July 1st, and we want you engaged in that as well. It doesn't cost you anything. You just need to tell someone that you are thankful and grateful for them being.
And to tell them why you're thankful and grateful for them.
Absolutely.
Yes.
That's so
Yes.
true. I'm so grateful for you.
I'm so grateful for you.
Yeah, we just grateful for you all as
Yes.
well. We'll be back with another hour of programming in just a few moments. Remember, we reach Potential reach of 45,000 a week and growing. Visit us at beencouraged.net to see how you can align your business with the message of hope and encouragement. We'll see you shortly.
Thanks, everyone. So we're very excited to announce that the Be Encouraged Show with Frank and Lisa is now reaching over 30,000 listeners each week and growing.
And growing.
Why
From my dad's 40-year grind as an immigrant mechanic to personal traumas such as my mom's suicide attempts, I know life's hurdles. That's why Crescio's mission is to empower the underprivileged right here in Colorado Springs. Are you struggling with sales? We'll help with leads and conversions. Or are you overwhelmed? We'll help with automating your tasks and optimizing your business for staffing. Are you ready to transform? Scan today to start.
So we're very excited to announce that the Be Encouraged Show with Frank and Lisa is now reaching over 30,000 listeners each week and growing.
And growing.
Why
From my dad's 40-year grind as an immigrant mechanic to personal traumas such as my mom's suicide attempts, I know life's hurdles. That's why Crescio's mission is to empower the underprivileged right here in Colorado Springs. Are you struggling with sales? We'll help with leads and conversions. Or are you overwhelmed? We'll help with automating your tasks and optimizing your business for staffing. Are you ready to transform? Scan today to start.
So we're very excited to announce that the Be Encouraged Show with Frank and Lisa is now reaching over 30,000 listeners each week and growing.
And growing.
Why
From my dad's 40-year grind as an immigrant mechanic to personal traumas such as my mom's suicide attempts, I know life's hurdles. That's why Crescio's mission is to empower the underprivileged right here in Colorado Springs. Are you struggling with sales? We'll help with leads and conversions. Or are you overwhelmed? We'll help with automating your tasks and optimizing your business for staffing. Are you ready to transform? Scan today to start.
So we're very excited to announce that the Be Encouraged Show with Frank and Lisa is now reaching over 30,000 listeners each week and growing.
And growing.
Why should
From my dad's 40-year grind as an immigrant mechanic to personal traumas such as my mom's suicide attempts, I know life's hurdles. That's why Crescio's mission is to empower the underprivileged right here in Colorado Springs. Are you struggling with sales? We'll help with leads and conversions. Or are you overwhelmed? We'll help with automating your tasks and optimizing your business for staffing. Are you ready to transform? Scan today to start.
So we're very excited to announce that the Be Encouraged show with Frank and Lisa is now reaching over 30,000 listeners each week and growing.
And growing.
Why should
From my dad's 40-year grind as an immigrant mechanic to personal traumas such as my mom's suicide attempts, I know life's hurdles. That's why Crescio's mission is to empower the underprivileged right here in Colorado Springs. Are you struggling with sales? We'll help with leads and conversions. Or are you overwhelmed? We'll help with automating your tasks and optimizing your business for staffing. Are you ready to transform? Scan today to start.
So we're very excited to announce that the Be Encouraged show with Frank and Lisa is now reaching over 30,000 listeners each week and growing.
And growing.
Why should
From my dad's 40-year grind as an immigrant mechanic to personal traumas such as my mom's suicide attempts, I know life's hurdles. That's why Crescio's mission is to empower the underprivileged right here in Colorado Springs. Are you struggling with sales? We'll help with leads and conversions. Or are you overwhelmed? We'll help with automating your tasks and optimizing your business for staffing. Are you ready to transform?
All right, guys, welcome back to the Be Encouraged Show with Frank.
And Lisa.
We are so amazingly happy that you're a part of our platform today as we bring incredible human beings on that help us infuse hope and encouragement into the world.
Yes.
Yeah, one thing I wanted to say, Lisa, before we started talking to these incredible humans, boy, she is amazing.
Yes. Look at her necklace.
Yeah.
Bracelet. I mean,
Yeah.
fashionista
Yeah,
here.
somebody's got to be amazing. Might as well be you, right?
There you go. Touche.
I didn't know it was a beauty show. I would love before we started.
Yeah.
Just let you roll with it. You got that going on. So.
No, I forgot my earrings today. Ladies with all the jewelry on.
All right. Compose yourself. You always do that to me.
I do. That's you back.
Yes. You know, hey, our incredible platinum sponsor, Cressio.com, and Joshua Aguirre, he has just recently got a certificate in economic development, which really leads us into having a great show of some of the things that we're going to be talking about today. Yeah, raise his hand. There he is, right there.
Our Joshua.
Yeah, also our engineer and producer
Yes.
on the Be Encouraged show. So, why don't you introduce these
Yes,
incredible
well, I would be honored to. So our panel host, which it took us a minute to get her on, Miss Niki Cicak.
Is that a minute?
Cicak. Sorry.
Is that a minute in hood speak?
Well, no,
It seems like it's a long night.
I'm trying to get her on like quite a few times. Right since we met with them in Underline,
So it is
Exide,
hood
it's been, yes.
In
it's-
hood,
yeah,
a
it's
minute
been-
means like half a year.
Yes. Yes. But she's very busy, so, yes. So who is Niki? Let me share a little bit. Her career showcases community service, small business advocacy, and political leadership. She led Mayor Yemi 2023 mayoral campaign to victory, highlighting her hard work and the resilience, my favorite word, of Colorado Springs. As a salon owner, she revolutionized the industry with Lily Salon and Spa and authored Thriving in Salon Ownership. Her advocacy work with COSSBA.
What is that?
What is what we're gonna talk about today?
Okay. And Exponential Impact supports small businesses. Niki also raised over $30,000 for local first responders and serves on the Fire Foundation board. Proudly, she is part of the 2024 Mayor Civic Leaders Fellowship Responders.
Of course you are.
Yes.
I mean,
Look
I had
at,
to do
of
it.
course you are. Look at my face.
Stop it. I'm a fellow with her too. And we're having a lot of fun learning more and more about what the city offers.
Of course you are.
I mean, of course this should.
Yeah, exactly. All right, and to my left here, Mr. Austin Wilson Bradley. How do you get a hyphenated name like that?
My husband and I, when we got married, we decided to double barrel
Hyphenated
it.
it.
Yeah.
Double barrel. You both double barreled it? Double that. That's cool. So Mr. Austin is the Director of Economic Development at Downtown Partnership of Colorado Springs that boosts small business, job growth, and investment. He serves on several committees, including COSSBA and the Chamber's Government Affairs Committee, and was in the 2023 Mayor Civic Leaders Fellowship. Oh, very cool.
Take that.
You've already been there, done that, got the
Yeah.
t-shirt, we're working it this year.
Predated you, by the way.
Yeah, he did. He's younger, better looking, but wait till you see what we do. And he's a native of Colorado Springs and an NYU graduate. Austin worked in international M&A for PwC, all these acronyms, in the Middle East before returning to Colorado Springs to work in construction and real estate. Welcome,
Welcome.
Austin. And to my right, the lovely fashionista, Miss Sherry Hoffman, in the house. She's a seasoned economic developer with a strong background in business retention and expansion, currently serving as the Director of Business Retention and Expansion at the Colorado Springs Chamber and Economic Development Corporation, known as EDC. And Sherry brings over a decade of experience in assisting private sector primary employers with resources for vitality and growth.
That's me.
Woo! That was exhausting. Y'all have like all these credentials.
Hey, but I'm not doing the mayor's leadership course.
Well,
You're still
next
2025.
year. Yeah.
2025. Aging professional. That's where I'm at.
You what?
Aging professional.
Oh, yeah.
That's my sweet
I
spot.
love
Aging professionals. Oh, my word. Well, Sherry, tell us a little bit about Ms. Hoffman. Give us a little history of
Where are
Sherry
you
Hoffman.
from?
Originally from Alabama. I know you can't tell.
Yes, where?
Yeah, from a little town called Highland Home. There were 800 people that lived there. And I wanted to escape. All I wanted to do was escape. And so I went to college in Montgomery, finished up some college in Northwest Florida. And then I moved here with a military assignment. My ex-husband's military. And I did not want to come here. I did not want to leave Alabama again, but I absolutely loved it. I've been here 11 years. I worked for the city of Colorado Springs for 10 years doing economic development there under the leadership of Mayor Southers, a little bit under Mayor Bach, and then worked with Mayor Yemi when he was doing my job at the chamber. So yeah, I have 2 kids, they're both in college, they have football scholarships, and we're just
Where do you
figuring
go to
it all
school
out.
at?
They're in Kansas at Lynchburg. It's a tiny
Oh,
Lutheran college. Yeah.
Lutheran College. They both play football.
So we need to definitely have coffee, because
Okay.
I was an Air Force wife too, flying around the country, and I also left Alabama, and I have been here next month 11 years. So
Wow.
maybe I've been there at the same time. Yeah, I
Nikki lived in Alabama as well.
Yeah, so Eagle baby. Yeah.
Eagle baby.
I owned the house in
roll
Chapel.
She has the one
Oh,
from-
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I know it well.
Is your husband still in the military?
He's ex, and no, he retired.
Oh,
Mine's an
you
ex
took
too.
it-
There we go. We definitely have to have coffee. Stories, and more stories.
No, he's
Two
great.
curb kickers. Oh, wow.
Yes. I mean, I'm dating someone, a great guy. Hi, Damien.
Just saying,
Yes, she is taken.
so no calls.
Yeah. Is that Damien with AARP?
No,
A different Damien,
No.
okay, all right. Checking, sorry, it's a small city. You know how we roll around here.
I know how you roll,
Yes.
obviously.
Very good.
Niki Cicak. Well, I just been following you and oh my.
You're so sweet.
Right, well, I'm just telling the truth.
Yeah.
My word, young lady. Remember I was sitting in a coffee shop over a cup of coffee, you wondering, oh my God, I mean, there's some stuff
There's a
going
lot
on.
going on. I just need a nap, that's what someone
Gee, that doesn't need a nap. But resilience, the word of art for you, because you have really bounced back strong. Tell us what you're up to.
Oh gosh, what am I not doing? I'm really involved with the Fire Foundation and fire department stuff right now, which is that's where my heart is. I love
Why
working
is
with
that?
safety.
I'm curious.
You know, it's kind of funny. My dad was actually a volunteer firefighter in Alabama. And so, you know, he was military and a lot of military first responders crisscross back and forth. So it's just a community that, I will say this, and Chief Royal, if you're listening, I have never worked with a more grateful group of individuals. They make my job very, very easy. And very fun, and I get to do fun stuff like cut up cars and live burn trainings and that kind of stuff, so it's really fun.
Didn't you lose property in a fire?
I did, yeah.
I mean, that, yeah.
Yeah, my business burned down in 2018.
Yes.
So I have a very sweet spot for the fire department because we, for as bad as our damage was, we didn't have 100% loss. And the reason that we didn't was because they responded so quickly. And yeah, so it's been just, I don't know, it's kind of my labor of love project.
Yeah, that'll create a space of passion like nothing
Yeah.
else
Yes.
can, right? Yeah, with that
Yes.
type of experience as
Yeah.
well. Well, are you still working with Underline? Is that?
No, I'm actually moving on to a different project, which will be released soon. It's not public yet, but
So you're not with Underline anymore?
no, moved on. I have all kinds of things. Well, all kinds of hands and all kinds of fun.
Now's the time for poker face.
Yes.
I don't think I have a poker face. My face says what I have.
Yes. It does.
Yes, it does.
That's what we love about you there, Nikki. Come on.
Yeah, this is video here, right? So.
It's okay, she's facing this way, she's good.
Well, welcome. We're so glad you're here. And this guy's Austin.
Yes.
Yeah. So you grew up here. Where you go to high school?
Colorado Springs Christian School, CSC.
Oh, did you? Oh my, I bet. Yeah, I had some connections there
Okay.
as well back in the day. Matter of fact, I was a pastor once.
Okay.
Yeah, so a recovering pastor.
I won't touch that one.
CSCS
CSCS.
in NYC.
NYU,
You.
yeah, so different experience though. I went to New York University, but I was at their campus in Abu Dhabi in the Middle East. So it was a program where I spent basically the majority of my 4 years there in Abu Dhabi.
In where?
Abu Dhabi, so it's the capital city of the United Arab Emirates.
Oh, over there with the rich
An
people.
hour
Huh?
from Dubai, there is a lot of oil wealth over there, that's for sure.
Yes, there is.
So it was not your typical American college experience.
Yeah, I bet, you have some stories.
But yeah, it was great. Studied political science and public policy over there.
Can I ask you a question? You don't have to answer if you don't want. I love deepness, right?
Yes.
Man, I think this is where people
Just get ready.
connect, right? You've already told us you're married to a guy.
Yes.
Yeah, and you went to CSCS. So did you know that this life was unfolding for you even when you were at CSCS?
I guess in two different ways. Yes, in that I knew it was gay.
You didn't
No,
know?
I didn't know I was going to be in the Middle East for 6 years. So that was definitely not what I expected. I was fully expecting to go somewhere on the East Coast after high school, and still spent some time there. I did a semester in Washington D.C., a couple summers out there. So yes, on the one hand, yes, I did, and on the other hand, no, I didn't. I had no idea that I was going to be in the Middle East.
Yeah, were your parents supportive?
They were, yeah, absolutely.
That's awesome.
I think in both cases, I think my mother was certainly a little bit nervous about being on the other side of the planet where I was, and certainly anytime the Middle East was in the headlines, I was getting emails like, "Is everything okay there?" But no, the reality is Abu Dhabi and Dubai are both incredibly safe cities, some of the safest places on the planet, frankly. So,
We're glad you came back.
Yes.
I'm happy to be back.
Yeah.
And,
How long have you been back?
We moved back in 2017.
27 years ago.
Not 27 years ago. It feels like it sometimes. Depending on whether you ask me on a Monday or a Friday. Yeah, I came back in 2017, was involved in real estate and custom construction for a while, and really enjoyed that, but wanted to do something a little bit different and kind of connect again to my background in political science, public policy, all that. So that's how I ended up with downtown partnership. So
And how long you been with Susan?
It's just about 2 years.
About 2 years now.
It'll be 2 years here at the end of this summer.
And that's the great Susan Edmondson
Yes, she's
that
amazing.
we're talking about right now. Yeah,
Absolutely.
she's an
Our
icon.
downtown would be a shadow of what it is about her and everything that she's been able
Yes.
to.
And without you.
Well, I'm happy to play for it now that I'm here.
Yeah, we gotta work on this receiving compliments.
Not unfortunately.
Extraordinary young man, so glad to have you here. You know, Lisa, we have we talk about economic development and the stratospheric growth of our region in recent
Yeah,
years.
it's been a lot.
Oh my, yeah, so, young lady, Sherry, you're at the chamber now, right?
Yes.
What say you about where we are as a community right now in light of the growth and the things that are happening? Tell us the positive and the negative.
Okay, well, the positive is definitely working with our primary employers, getting those high-paying jobs here, making sure that we have community to embrace them when this talent arrives. But we also are working on bringing up our talent that's already here in the K-12, getting them through career paths and programming so that they can continue to stay here and grow here. So I think the exponential growth, it's not just economic development, it's community development. It's all of it wrapped in together. And so we have a real great collaborative network here that works together. I can contact Boston, I can contact Nikki, I can work with anybody at the county, our state partners, regional building. So having that collaborative network has really helped us grow. And then also working with the state and building those relationships there as well. So if we need assistance for our businesses here, that they are there for us as well.
Yeah, our contractors might think differently
Maybe.
about your view, particularly with regional.
Sure.
And it's always been a struggle. I mean, they're tightening some things up, and I'm so glad to see their relationships are better.
Yeah.
And they are
They were
part of
working
this
on it.
COSSBA
Yeah.
group. So Greg, who's their PIO, he is always working with us, making sure that they can mitigate problems for our small
PIO.
businesses, Public Information Officer.
Thank you.
I'll just
These
throw in there too,
acronyms.
we've been saying COSSBA a couple times now. COSSBA is an acronym for Colorado Springs for Small Business Advancement. So
Okay.
that's what, whenever you hear us say that word, that's what that term means.
Oh, so
So we're not just routing
COSSBA.
alphabet soup over here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Colorado Springs for Small Business Advancement.
Which was started by Mayor Yemi.
This is an initiative that started?
Oh, no, we've been on. there's
Oh,
20
when he
It
was
started
working
back
at.
in the chamber.
Yeah.
This has been going on 2016, 17, yeah, somewhere in there.
Yeah, I remember sitting in meetings when this was initiated. And what do you have encouraging for our community with this initiative?
Mhm.
What are we seeing?
Please, you want me to go?
Yeah, please.
I would say, I can speak for the small business owners, it's one of the reasons I'm on that committee and before he was mayor, and he recruited me onto it for the very purpose of what Sherry was talking about. We wanted, or I'll say Yemi wanted to bring together every entity that a small business owner has to touch in order to do business in the city. So we have, like she said, we have representatives from the city, from the county, RBD, SBDC, BBB, like everybody that you could possibly think of.
Health Department.
The health department's there, downtown partnership. So we all sit together in a room and really look to remove barriers for small business owners to do business.
That's great.
So if we can help streamline any process for them, I think that, Yemi has always said that he wants Colorado Springs to be the #1 small business friendly city in the country, and he means it. So this group gets together to do just that. We are tasked with removing barriers for streamlining processes, whatever it is. One of the passion projects that have come out of COSSBA is Permit Partner. And I encourage everybody out there to go look up Permit Partner. If you're looking to open a business, you can go in there and think about it like TurboTax for permitting. They'll ask you a series of questions, not in code speak,
Yes.
in normal people speak.
Can you imagine that?
And it'll be like, Are you gonna have a restaurant? Is it gonna have a liquor license? You know, like all that, it'll literally, you just answer these questions and it formulates all the permits that you would need to open your business. You can even check on zoning questions if you're zoned to, if the area you're looking at is zoned for that, we help with those resources. So I really want people to understand how focused this town really is on trying to be small business friendly.
You know, people often come into me, Cicak, this is my 41st year here, so I've been a long time. And our culture is very relational,
Yes.
not transactional,
Yes.
right? And some people think that the heartbeat of growth means flipping the transactional.
Mm.
And we push back on that.
Yeah.
We don't think that you have to have transactional we can still move slowly and still have the essence of who we are as a culture and
Intentional
still grow.
growth.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Do you guys get any of those people that come and talk to you about trying to turn our culture, change our culture? Just me, huh? Oh.
Actually, I would quite the opposite in Colorado Springs. People feel very supported here in the business community.
I know,
that's
but,
my
but it's
experience.
it's a transitory city.
Oh, yeah.
So people come and go
Yeah.
all the time, part of military space and all of those things. So people are coming in. I won't say his name, but he's very prominent in Colorado. When he first came here from Tennessee, so you can say what I'm talking about. He was frustrated by the pace that we live in the Springs and how you can't grow exponentially business very, very quickly. And he was very vocal about that.
We actually can grow very quickly though.
Yeah.
It's just making sure that you understand who to talk to and to do so
Yes.
before you start to grow.
Having the resources, but
Yes.
that sounds like an amazing resource.
That's exactly why we're here. It's
My
to try to
view
help
is that quick growth is not a good thing always.
No,
It's not always.
This is why we have accelerators for growth, like
Yeah.
Exponential Impact and the Apex Accelerator. They do train companies, entrepreneurs, to make sure they're going down the path with that intentional point of view, where they know, okay, if I want to scale my company, this is what it's going to take to do it. Am I ready for that? And those are great partners of
Am
ours.
I ready for that?
Yep.
What a great question. So.
Yes, Austin.
Thank
You wanted us to take the focus off you? Thank God. Don't you think these are great questions that the community really wants to know and hear?
They want the answers.
They do, you know.
And we get in the same people and questions and things, so it's good to talk to people who have a different point of view.
Absolutely.
Especially not from a business owner, because I'm working with businesses every day. I want to know what everyone else is thinking, or even try to bridge that gap of communication so that we can answer the questions without people thinking we're growing too fast.
Yeah.
I think that's very, very important.
And I would say that healthy things grow. Like, you can't stifle growth. We can absolutely do it responsibly.
You get enough weeds.
You look at cities who've been in that situation, and look at where they're sitting now. You know, they're struggling. You know, their economic development.
Well,
is
I have no intention of stifle growth. I'm all about it.
Yeah.
Right?
It's not an or, it's both.
It's
We
yes
want to do
and.
both.
Yes.
We want
Yes.
everyone to grow together.
Yes.
Absolutely, yes, and because there's room for all
That's
Yeah,
right.
there is.
in our
Yes, there is.
community,
Yes.
right? Yeah, and there's even room for some of you transactional companies. I'm just saying.
Well, we couldn't do it without
Transactional is a mindset rather than just a space, though. So some people think I'm just playing devil's advocate.
You are, you're
All
just
right,
stirring it up. Just relishing it.
I was like, you got the right group.
You're right.
Yeah, and some people think that there's an over emphasis and focus on downtown, that others are getting left from the thought process, from resources, from opportunities in the suburban, urban areas of our city. What say you when someone says something like that?
Yeah, no, I think it's a great question, and certainly I think any healthy city needs to look across its neighborhoods and make sure that everyone has an equitable shot at making their business work. And I think certainly our current city staff, city administration is doing really well in focusing on how to make information more accessible, how to make resources more available to all communities. But I will also just say, as important as it is to make sure that growth is happening throughout the city, a healthy city relies on a healthy downtown.
Yes.
And really, and our downtown in particular, I'll say, is the highest concentration in the region of small businesses. You don't drive downtown and find a whole bunch of chains,
Right.
find a whole bunch of big names that you would see in any other city around the country. The vast majority of our businesses downtown are owned by people who live here. And they may live in Southeast, they may live on the west side, they may live up north, but they have a business in downtown, and the importance of having all those employees coming downtown, having our residents come downtown, and patronize their businesses is really critical. So, a healthy downtown it's the heartbeat of the city. It's imperative to keep downtown healthy, to keep the city on the whole, successful, but certainly, we need to make sure that opportunities are available to everyone. And part of through COSSBA, that's part of the mission that we're all a part of. We all met at a event promoting small business in Southeast Colorado Springs. So even though that event wasn't located downtown, for example, we're still there. Downtown Partnership is still there because we know that there may be people who live in the Southeast who are interested in opening a business downtown, or want to take a chance on their first brick and mortar, or just want to know more about what's going on. So we realize that it's important to keep attention on all areas of the city for sure.
So, question. InterQuest almost feels complete opposite. Not locally owned, super chainy, right? Are there rules in the city that we don't know about that's underlying where those guys were only told you can go here or here for that? And no, or
No,
how are you guys driving?
There's zoning laws without getting into all of that.
Yeah.
There's certainly, at least to my extent, no rules saying if you're a chain you have to go here or you can't go there.
Okay.
It's just kind of naturally and organically formed that way. There's reasons for it. One thing, frankly, that InterQuest is doing well that we're trying to bring to downtown is offering a lot of new office space. As Sherry can tell you, the chamber is doing an amazing job of landing new primary employers, which are bringing new, well-paying jobs to the Springs. We want to capture some of those downtown, but we really don't have anywhere to put them where we have a lack of office space. But I will say it's been announced that one of our local developers is going to build a new 12-story Class A office building. And we're looking forward to that.
Class A mean?
It just means that it talks about the quality of the space. So it's something, high-end, a place that really, the big primary employers, when they're looking at places where they might want to have a regional headquarters or something like that, it's those types of buildings that they're generally looking at to put, 200 or 300 people in.
With a lot of
so we're
money.
excited that downtown will have that.
So when we walk into their lobby, our feet are going to sink in 2 inches, right? We want to go to that building. This vibe is it.
Brings up another question though, because it's such a balancing when you're trying to grow. Some people look and think, oh my, they are widening the gap between the haves and the have-nots. In development, unless you are really well packaged and well backed, that downtown's not a possibility for some folk, for a lot of folk. Give me some feedback. Do you have some thoughts about that? Because this is the tension of growth, right? Because some people are out on the areas and they go, those downtown people. Yeah, that's where the people with a lot of money are, right? These high rises and these $3,000 condos per month.
Flats,
I
yeah.
would, I would love to know what small business owner is rolling in money, and it's mostly small business owners.
Exactly.
I'm gonna say, I might have missed the mark somewhere, because I wasn't rolling in money.
Yeah.
And I love that downtown is mostly small businesses. I think that's the beauty of what makes it so cool down there, is there's, and again, as a person who lives on the east side, do I wanna see, more focus? I would love to see more small businesses on the east side. You go up and down Powers, it's change.
It is changing.
So, I particularly look for small businesses to go support, and I have a hard time finding them.
I do
So
too.
I think if we could, again, we want to incentivize people to be in the downtown area, but we also want to incentivize them to be like, where do you want to put your business, and what can we do to help you support getting there?
Yeah, stop complaining about it and, build something.
Build something. Yeah.
Build something that someone wants to go to.
Yeah.
Right.
Amen.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there are resources for small business. El Paso County has a small business loan fund. They work with minority business, veteran-owned business, women-owned business, and they focus on those areas, as well as exponential impact, survive and thrive.
Mhm.
You can apply for those loans. They usually do 2 a year. Sometimes they do 3 iterations. The only requirement is that you go through their training program.
Yep.
And so they'll work with you on timing and all that. So there are ways, and then the city of Colorado Springs does do some work in this area as well. So you've got the county, the city, and then the state. They have a whole small business programming. They have rural programming to help with downtown development in these rural areas. So there's a lot of work going on. It's just if you're a small business owner, you just don't have time to sit and read through all of that. That's what we're here for, to help connect you to the resources.
And I'll say beyond financing as well, we have a great small business development center,
Yes,
the
we
Texas
do.
SBDC here.
Mhm.
And they do a great job. In fact, one of the things that they will often counsel people in who are looking to open their first brick and mortar location is what location is right for you. Depending on your business type and what your overhead is and the products that you offer, downtown may not be the best fit. And equally, something that might work really well in the suburbs might not work downtown, and vice versa, right? So they do a really great job of not only making sure that people know of the different financial resources that are available across the community, and certainly Downtown Partnership, the Downtown Development Authority has grants and programs for our small businesses downtown. But they offer that guidance and that coaching to say, hey, where is your business most likely to succeed? And, if you're going to pick out a location, make sure that if it's a restaurant, make sure it has a grease trap. Make sure that you're talking with a commercial broker, and make sure you know the terms of your lease. Because these are all factors that will really have a huge impact on whether or not a business, especially in that critical first, second year, can get open on time and be successful.
They're educational partners for sure. They do a lot of great work.
Yeah, we love Brandon.
Yeah,
he's great. He's
What
amazing.
he's doing there. Yeah, I refer people there all the time
Yes, I
as a
do.
business coach. So trying to keep them flowing through. Thank you guys for letting me ask hard questions.
Yes.
You know?
Hey, we're done.
Yeah, because Lisa and I are really we're in it. I mean, we're in it to win it.
Yes.
Yeah, no one loves this city more than I do. And I can say that.
We got some competition.
You haven't
I think we are.
you haven't been here long enough. Loving it more than me. I was loving it before you were born. But now he's trying. But the fact that you went to a buy or not an Emirate, I was still here slugging it. I'm just throwing that in for free.
So I have a question for you, Nikki. Your book.
Yes,
Tell
which
us.
one?
Well, the salon and the ownership book of
Yeah.
the salon. How did that come about? Tell us a little bit.
I will tell everybody out there, you should write a book, because it's the greatest therapy that there is writing a book.
Yeah.
So in the course of my 12 years of owning a business, we went through one catastrophe after another. My father passed away during that time. We had the fire. I had 3 different miscarriages that happened during that time. And COVID just decided to top the whole thing off. So what I did was I took all of that energy and that experience and put it into a place as a resource. So I wrote it from the perspective of being a salon owner, but really everything that's in that book can be applied to any small business. It was, we found out in the midst of dealing with the fire that we had an accountant that was not really on the up and up. So we found that out in the middle of that, so I put those stories in there and said, this is how we got around it. Don't make the same mistakes that we did, and learn from what we did, and here's the step-by-step of how to go hire an accountant.
Yeah.
Or, when do you need to pull in which resources? Are you succession planning in your business?
Right.
What happens if you're plucked out of the middle of it? What happens tomorrow, So it really is kind of a how-to of how to own a business, thrive in a business. And again, it was a great therapy, right? So.
I remember that being released, and you did a great job of, the covering, eyes on that space, and that book was really good.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, really good. How did you become the mayor's thing?
Everybody else.
Yeah, one day you were at the Daylily.
We're like, hey, let's
Yeah.
run from there.
Then I'm going to Daylily, and Yemi's there.
Yeah.
And we're having
Well,
rallies
Yemi and I have
and
been
stuff.
friends for a while, and we actually met through a mutual contact through the fire department. We have a mutual friend in the fire department.
Oh, okay.
And the mutual friend and I were having coffee at Good Neighbors one day. And for like a year, I had been actually trying to meet Yemi because we kept running in the same circles and both of our names were popping up. I was like, how do I not know this guy? So it was kind of funny that it was just, I guess, divine intervention or something that we happened to be having coffee and he happened to walk in. And within 5 minutes, we were, best friends, and we were going to change the world, and we were going to do all the things together. And so he recruited me on to COSSBA, so started there, and then he sat me down one day and he's like, I think I want to run for mayor. And I was like, what do you need? The answer is yes to whatever you need.
That's the reason he didn't choose me. I didn't say the answer was yes.
Well, I told him, I said, you're exactly what the
Just
city
joking.
needs. He's the vision. He's the visionary that the city needs. And he's the guy that will roll up his sleeves and get in there and get it done. So.
And like some of the hard questions that you're asking, Nikki brought that when she came to COSSBA, because it was governmental employees and regional building who were all trying to solve problems. But Nikki would come in and say, this is what it's like from a small business owner standpoint, and really started to change the way that we looked at how we're solving problems.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Look at you with your grandson.
Yes.
It must be hard being as awesome as you are.
Someone's gotta do it. Right?
Someone's I think what I would say though for COSSBA is how open that group, it's government entities, right? Predominantly government entities. They were like pouring out the red carpet. They were like, tell us. They were like, tell us what you're seeing. What is it like boots on the ground? Everyone in that group has always been super receptive. In fact, so receptive that we have now established quarterly panels where we bring in small business owners in a variety of different topics or whatever. And we're just here to ask you questions and you tell us what you need and we'll start going and finding those resources for you. So we keep a very, very strong pulse on the small business community and making sure that we're not losing touch with what the boots on the ground people are doing.
That's right.
And you talked about, keeping the focus across the city, not just on one particular area. One thing that we did with these panels was say like, hey, let's look at it on a regional basis across the city. So the problems that downtown business owners might be facing might be different than those that are up in Woodland Park, or those that are on the north side of the Springs or down the southeast. So we made sure that we hosted these panels from businesses in all the different regions across the city, so that we were getting an idea of the unique things and unique challenges that each one might be facing.
Absolutely.
So what's exciting that you guys must say on the show today?
Well, I want to talk about the roadmaps.
I want to do your moment. Yes. Roadmap.
So when Mayor Yemi was still at the chamber and was formalizing this committee, one of the first initiatives was the roadmaps on COS open for bids. COS open for bids. And so right now, if you're looking
looking at opening a business, and let's say you want to open a brewery, you can go on COS Open for Biz, and there's a roadmap that tells you how to do it. There's also one for distillery, one for food trucks, one for general business. And I think there's one being worked on for salon.
Yeah, there's a personal services.
Personal services. So that way, those are the ones that we see kind of as a trend for people that are wanting to start their own business.
Only brick and mortar people?
Currently, yes, but there's no business at home also.
Oh,
There's a roadmap for business at home. But you can also go to the City of Colorado Springs website, it's coloradosprings.gov/smallbiz, and all of us are listed there, the resources are there, you can reach out to any of us if you have a question, and even if we don't have the answer, because I can't know everything, we can't boil the ocean, we can get you the person that will answer your questions.
We can't do what?
Boil the ocean.
It's a big task.
Which we try to do every
We try 6 times, but it's.
It's a lot harder to do.
Yeah.
You can tell we're from the south, we have south.
Yes, that is the southern.
Did you get the visual?
Yes.
I do.
Boil
Yeah,
the
so
ocean.
much so that I might even steal that.
Hey, you may have it. It is not
I
like
like
it.
it.
Do I have to copyright it or? The government is. Did I keep a good face?
You did so good.
Oh, it is such an awesome privilege to have you guys on our show.
Thank you for having us.
Oh,
And thank
thanks.
the work that you both do as well.
Yeah.
In all different areas, like you have to know a little bit about a lot of things.
Yes. Yeah.
Very little.
Get accosted in public, people asking you questions, can I be on your show?
I love permit partners. Go there.
Yes.
Yeah.
So many different resources. Yes.
On the permit partner too thing, also for anybody who's out there wanting to host special events in the city, there is a permitting process for special events, and there is the same process in there. So you can actually click on whichever thing you're looking at to see if you have to have a permit. And special events is one of them. We love to party in the city, so there's lots of events going on all the time.
All the
And
time.
so, yeah, fan fest is this
Speak
weekend. Yep. And so if you're looking at trying to put together a small event, also go there. And look at what permits you need.
And also, I'm just gonna put a shameless plug for the 1,000 Neighborhood Gathering.
Yes.
As part of my capstone project with the Mayor's Fellowship. And we did a pro bono emceeing event at one of the neighborhood gatherings this weekend.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
just to help pump that up, because it's an amazing program.
It is.
That was two shades lighter before this thing.
Yeah, it was. We got a lot of sun, sadly.
I appreciate that you're plugging that, because I also sit on the board of Kono. And so, if for anybody out there who is interested in hosting one of the 1,000 gatherings, please go to Kono's website or the city's website and look up the 1,000 gatherings. There's all the steps of what you have to do to register it. It does not have to be a grand production.
No.
It can be you in your driveway with 5 of your friends. Like, it just, whatever it is, we really want to get
Getting
communities
people
connected
together.
again.
And the package they give, I'm holding mine at my loop this Thursday.
Yeah.
But the cute package stuff that they gave was adorable. All the way up to a cool magnet where it has my house, and then I could list all the neighbors surrounding my baby.
That's so
Great.
cool.
Remember when we used to go ask for a cup of sugar?
Yes.
I mean, like, that's what we're really trying to get back to is, you know, I mean, I'm sure people have heard all of the statistics on loneliness is now becoming the #1 killer of people, and, you know, just knowing as few as 5 or 6 of your neighbors really increases mental health,
Mental
like,
health is huge.
and you feel like you have a person to go to if something was to happen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm already seeing a difference on my loop with the upcoming event on Thursday. I mean, people know me now, they're coming up saying hi to me when I'm
Everybody
pulling
knows you
weeds.
anyway.
Well, no, but not in my little area, because people come
Everyone but your
in,
neighbor knows you.
well, it's crazy, people come in, they push their garage door open, roll their car in, and shut it, and that's it, and you don't see them unless you're gardening or something.
And remember, but we use that chain link fencing where you talk
Oh,
to
you
your
talk
neighbor.
over.
Everybody's got privacy
Yeah,
fences.
like,
They
yeah.
don't want to talk to
Yes,
anybody.
they
So
don't.
I love that I think this is such an important initiative. in the
I
city.
agree, and it's going on through September, so y'all all need to do it, you need to do it too.
And we need to broadcast some outcomes.
Yes.
Right, our city needs that, you know, we have initiatives, I mean, on top of initiative to create another initiative, and et cetera. And oftentimes our city is just never informed what happened with that initiative.
Yeah, what was the value add to
I
it?
will tell you, that is the number one priority for Yemi. So, so if you follow the city's page, he puts out a message to the city. He wants the city to know what's going on, and transparency and reporting out. So make sure you follow the city website.
Where they're strategic doing.
Programs.
You know, you guys knew that coming on this show, our primary reason for doing this every week is that we want to infuse hope and encouragement into the community. It's so important to us in a time where that's in short supply all over the world, right? We are committed to changing the tenor of the environment, and we only can do it when people engage. So, young lady, you see that camera right there?
Yes.
I want you to look there at that camera and infuse some hope and encouragement into the world right now, and also give them a way that they can reach out to you.
Sure. So the hope here is that you should know that this community wants you here. We want you to have a great job here. We want you to be involved in community here. We want you to reach out for resources. And one of the ways to reach out to me is shoffman@cscedc.com, which is Charlie, Sierra, Charlie, Echo, Delta, Charlie.com. I work mostly with primary employers, and that doesn't mean a big business. It just means a big one or small one that's creating a service or a widget, and they're selling outside of the region, bringing back dollars here, because that's what we want. But do get involved with Kono. Do get involved with your neighborhoods. Have a party in your neighborhood. There's nothing better than having a good quality job, and there's nothing better than feeling like you belong in a community. So get involved.
Thank you.
Awesome.
You do the same thing.
Yes, go Nikki.
I would say, I'll speak to the small business owners. I would say don't give up. I could have given up multiple times and would have probably been justified in doing it. And because I didn't, I think it landed me to where I am now and the opportunities that I've been afforded because I never gave up. And for me, I think that would be the best thing to say is when you're in the deep dark moments, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, you don't know how you're gonna pay the bills, like, don't give up. You can reach out to me. I'll just give you my email address. It's tncicak@gmail.com. So Tanya, Nicole is what that stands for, and then CICAK@gmail.com.
Tanya.
That's my first name.
Yeah.
So now the whole world knows.
No one knew before.
I know, you totally spelled that out.
Hi, Tanya.
Hi.
Nice meeting you.
If I ever need to change my identity.
Yes, there you go.
Hey, if you see Nikki, tell her I said hi. I'm John. You didn't know that either.
Actually, I did know that.
Oh, you did? Yeah. My man.
Well, I'll echo some of the sentiments to start out with. I would tell folks out there, particularly if you're a small business owner, know that this community, one of the best things about this community is that relational thing that you mentioned before. And regardless of what type of industry you're in, there will be someone out there who is willing to support you, who's willing to help you if you ask for it.
Yes.
There's a story, I won't mention names, but there's a story of a downtown restaurant owner right now who, it's been a challenging season for a lot of small businesses, right? I mean, we've seen some odd things happening with inflation and consumer spending and rents going up, so that can sometimes translate to different patterns of behavior and people spending less money inside your store. But this downtown restaurant owner, despite owning a restaurant downtown himself, has been offering free advice and coaching to other restaurant owners, even in his immediate vicinity. Very much has a rising tide raises all boats mentality. So know that there are mentors out there. There are people willing to help you find resources. So reach out and try to find those. And keep in mind that Downtown Partnership, COSSBA, Pikes Peak Small Business Development Center. All of these are different ways that people can get linked into great people, great resources. And I'll also just say too, remember to shop local and support these small local businesses.
Yes!
It's something like 83 cents on every dollar that you spend if you shop local stays in the community.
Yes.
Whereas the inverse is true if you go and you just go to Starbucks or McDonald's or something like that, right? So
Don't sue us.
sorry, I'm name dropping. I'm calling them out. Just support your local businesses because it has been a tough year, and we want to show that the city really loves and supports them and recognizes their value in the community.
What's your word, resilience?
Oh, and contact info. If you want to reach out to me, you can do so at Austin, AUSTIN, at downtowncs.com.
Indeed. Thanks, Austin. We're so glad to have you.
Yes.
Three
This
experts.
was so rich content.
Yeah, it was rich, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yes. Before we wrap up our show today, we want to make sure that we spotlight our sponsors once again.
Yes.
Lisa. Crescio and our dear friend Joshua Aguirre is passionate about uplifting the Southeast. And when you partner with his company, you'll learn how to automate your sales funnel using tools like ChatGPT. And visit him, please, at Crescio.com to learn more. Wesco Insurance and our dear friend Karen Butcher, she's my insurance agent.
She's mine too, rocking it.
She is rocking
Yep.
it. 24 years of business now, doing great work. Reach out to her at WescoInsurance.com. And once again, we're going to ask the question that needs no answer, because if you answer negatively to this question, there's something wrong. You need to get out of business. Right? So, you want to get more leads for your business?
Obviously.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Marketing is a huge element.
Yes.
That's the place for you now. Yes, yeah. Visit us at BeEncouraged.net to become a sponsor and get your business name out there to our growing audience. Listen, guys, aligning with a message that differs from what we're seeing in general environment today is very important. People want to know that you are forward-looking, optimistic, and encouraging about your movement and where you're going. So align with us in our mission to infuse hope and encouragement into community by sponsoring our show. Our platinum sponsor has seen an aggressive 900% growth in their business in just 7 months. And like and follow us on Facebook and LinkedIn, and the show is also on YouTube. And our journey to extend hope and encouragement, help people realize their potential through networking, collaboration, and community involvement.
Yes, and be sure to follow us on Instagram. We are going around the world with 30-minute live interviews with amazing humans around the world. So it's Be Encouraged with Frank and Lisa #7. That is the Instagram handle.
It is. We had 2 Instagram opportunities this morning with 2 gentlemen. We're going to be introducing a gratitude challenge in July to help people offer encouragement and gratitude to one another, partnering with a business out of Atlanta, Georgia to do that as well. And Lisa and I are just absolutely sold out in this mission. And just because the world is going to you know where doesn't mean that you have to participate.
That's right. Are you sure you're not from the South? I know.
From North Carolina. What cued you? We love you guys. We appreciate the opportunity to do this. We never take for granted that we get to go before potential audience of 45,000 a week and growing. What say you?
Yes, thank you, everyone. We appreciate your support, and you guys are amazing. Thank you.
Thank you for being with us. We'll be back next Monday. Have a wonderful Motivation Monday. We love you guys. Bye.